guys, it's Bren, and I'm here with another couple candle reviews. I've got two that I picked up last weekend, I guess it was, from this collection here, the Sweet Honeybee and the Toasted Coconut. So I'm going to go ahead and review the Sweet Honeybee for you first. Both new scents, so I applaud them for that, although I will say the Toasted Coconut smells very familiar and very much like a Bath & Body Works scent. The Sweet Honeybee, on the other hand, is very different, I think, than a lot of what they've done, which is cool. I really didn't know how I was going to feel about this candle, or this whole collection for that matter. I know a lot of people were really excited about like the cucumber melon, but I don't do melon really at all, or not even really cucumber either, so that's never been a favorite scent of mine. And I walked into the store, and I will say my very first impression of this candle, I'd heard a lot about it, but I just walked directly to it, pulled off the lid, gave it a sniff, and what hit me first was floral, like a lilac-y type of scent. And I've heard other reviewers say that this is not floral. I think it's because I don't usually do floral. You know, like for me, I don't burn any kind of like, I have no like lilac or honeysuckle or any type of candle like that. I mean, the closest thing I have to a floral is like the lavender vanilla or Paris macaron candles that have a little bit of lavender in them, I guess, you know, or maybe like, I don't even know, I have a lemon verbena, I guess, sort of borders on floral, but yeah, I'm not used to floral, so if there's any floral in something, that's going to stand out to me. And I actually had a friend come over to sniff the candle, and immediately, before I didn't say anything, you know, their first comment was that it was kind of flowery, floral too. So I think if you're not someone who normally burns floral candles, you might get a little floral from this, whereas if you do, then this isn't going to seem very floral to you. But that didn't turn me off to the candle completely, and the more I smelled it, I mean, that was just my first, you know, breath in. The more that I smelled it and kept smelling it in the store, the more the honey really came through, and I was like, okay, I can totally see that very authentic honey scent that a lot of people are getting. So I bought it, brought it home, I lit it up, and I wouldn't have thought that this would be a strong one either, but it actually gave me quite a bit of fragrance. And I think that the honey really came out at that point, and the floral kind of went to the background, but I still, even when burning, get a little bit of like a lilac scent, which for me kind of makes sense actually, because I used to have this lilac tree as a kid. I got stung by bees under that thing so many times. So bees remind me of lilacs. But you know, it says honeycomb nectar, sweet lemon, and honey ginger. And I really don't feel like I get lemon or ginger or anything like that. There's nothing tangy about it to me. If there is any of that, it's very in the background. But it's very, very, very much a honey scent that smells just like honey. And I mean, it's so realistic. I almost can't believe how well they nailed the scent of honey. And also made it strong enough. You wouldn't think that honey was going to be very strong. And of course we had the honey tangerine candle come out. This is not like that because that had mostly tangerine and something kind of herbal. That's not going on in this one. But even with that, it wasn't a very strong candle, you know, and the honey was not the strongest note in that candle. But here it's like very much a strong honey scent. Again, I think there's a little bit of floral in there somewhat, just because I don't usually do floral, so I can definitely detect that. But I actually have really been liking it in this. I mean, I don't think it's going to turn me into a floral person or anything as far as candles go, but I don't mind it here. It's very soft. And I have actually really been enjoying this candle. When I've had all these, you know, candles out to burn, my Paris ones that I was reviewing and some new ones, and you know, I kept going back to this one. This was the one I kind of wanted to burn because I've just been in the mood for something that's sort of mellow. And some of the other candles, like the Toasted Coconut, the Paris Cafe, they're very intense. And so when I just want something that's sort of smooth and, you know, I don't want to say medium strength because it's actually pretty strong, but it's just not so like in your face. Like it's okay that it's strong because it's a mellow, just kind of honey scent. And you know, as far as like, do you want your house to smell like honey? I didn't know that I would, but I'm kind of enjoying it. You know, it's not bad at all, and it doesn't, I don't like maple syrup scents. I do not like maple scents. A lot of people love maple candles. I can't stand them. I feel like if my house smells like maple, it smells like it's dirty and sticky. Like, I guess it's just that stickiness. Not really dirty, but just like, I don't know. I feel like I need to like clean the counters because if it smells like maple in here, because it just gives me like a weird feeling that, you know, there's food or something left out. I don't know. But with the honey scent, I dig it, and I almost think it's because of the little bit of floral that I get with it too that kind of makes it feel like clean still. But it's very sweet. It's really good. It's actually really good. Now, as far as strength and throw, this one surprised me. I would say on throw, it's medium high, like maybe a 6. But strength-wise, you know, when you're in the room that the candle is in, it's actually like 7.5, 8 maybe. It's very much there, unmistakable, noticeable, and I was really surprised that I was able to leave and come back and you could still smell a little bit of honey. It didn't hang around as long as like Paris Cafe, which hangs around for days, but you know, a few hours after putting it out, I could still kind of get a little bit of that honey scent. So pretty good. I say good job, Bath & Body Works, on this one. I'm pleasantly surprised by it, and I'm pretty happy with it. I think I will probably get 1 or 2 more, maybe 2, probably 2. You guys know me. But, you know, the one thing that I didn't like performance-wise was that these wicks were super crumbly, and I like a couple different times would go to trim them and just trying to trim like the very top, and like it would break off really low, and then I had a little nub, and it self-corrected the first time. The second time it was like a little harder because that had happened. And I know you shouldn't blow your candles out, right? You should like snuff or, you know, dip them or whatever, you know. I was in a hurry on my way out the door, and I gave, you know, I blew this one to put it out, and okay, I didn't, like, it wasn't that forceful at all. This should not have happened, but all the wicks just broke off, and then they all went down in the wax, and I was so mad, and then sure enough, the next time I lit it up, you know, there's all sooty, and that kind of changes the smell, so it's kind of my fault, but also, like, kind of not, because these wicks were just really crumbly and just kept breaking off. I don't know what the deal is with that. I haven't had that problem with other candles from them recently, but that did happen, but still smells good. So yeah, I would recommend this one, and it smells very similar to what it smells like on cold when it's burning. If anything, the honey comes through more on burning, but I think the honey comes through plenty on cold too. So if you like the way that it smells on cold, you might want to consider picking it up. If you like the smell of honey, you probably do want to consider picking this up. And even if you're hesitant of anything that, you know, might be associated with floral, I usually don't do floral, but it's kind of nice here. So recommend Sweet Honeybee from Bath & Body Works and White Barn. You should be able to get it now nationwide and online. Thanks for watching, guys. Follow me on Instagram at Candles and Music, and stay tuned for my toasted coconut review. Bye.